Just a few short years ago, the family's television set was king. It was the provider of news and information, and the majority of the family's entertainment. But then along came VCRs and cable TV, music videos, and broadcast stereo to create a need for a compatible home audio-video system. The TV was still the all-important display device, but it now shared the spotlight with other entertainment products and services. There was also a growing consumer demand for compatible audio-video products, for a unified remote control system, and for easy interconnection and operation of the individual components. RCA introduced the concept of just such a system with Dimensia, a high-end family of compatible audio and video products, unified remote control from a single hand unit, and a highly simplified system link method of interconnection and control of the components in the system. And almost overnight, the Demensia home entertainment system spawned a tremendous number of Me Too competitors. The recent Consumer Electronics Show saw more than 20 competitive audio-video systems introduced, with more on the horizon. And although some of them offer many features similar to those found in RCA's Dimensia, none of them offer the same full package of features we have found to be most attractive to systems customers. Three major customer buying motives stand out and set RCA's Dimensia apart from the competition. First, there's RCA's flexibility to select and purchase only those products the customer wants or needs for his system. The second is compatibility. Products that are matched for performance, that are each compatible with a single remote control unit, and that are compatible with the customer's existing audio and video products. The third motive is for simple interconnection of the components in the system. And Dimensia's system link wiring system does away with the maze of wires and plugs that plagued earlier customer attempts to develop their own component interconnection. RCA's Dimensia, with its unique interactive intelligence and on-screen prompts, has established the standards for high-performance audio-video systems and continues to lead the way by providing all of these customer buying motive features, and by doing so to a greater degree than any of its competitors. But RCA's research has also indicated there's a growing customer group who wants to start an entire audio-video system, but one that's a bit less sophisticated and perhaps less expensive than Dimensia. And for those customers who have bought into the idea of compatible video, that is, having both a television and a VCR which operate from a single remote unit, there's also a need for compatible audio products. And it's for exactly that reason RCA has developed a new line of audio products, all of them compatible with the Digital Command Center remote control. To support our video lines, we want the customer to have access to a line of quality, high-performance audio components that are designed for audio-video systems operation and are less expensive than Dimensia. And here they are. A 50-watt per channel intelligent AM/FM receiver, which is the key to the audio component system and comes with its own Digital Command Center remote. A linear tracking turntable, an audio cassette deck, a compact disc player, and a pair of speakers. A line of Digital Command Center compatible audio products that offer mix and match flexibility, plus the interconnection simplicity of the daisy chain concept introduced with Dimensia. And equally important is that each of these products is positioned and price pointed to attract that large group of systems prospects. Obviously, these new Digital Command audio components will work with a number of RCA TV and VCR models, but we're introducing some that are ideally suited. To understand this particular compatibility, let's look at each of these new products individually. First, there are 25-inch ColorTrack 2000 table models, the FLR 2522 and 2523, with all of the ColorTrack 2000 features. And, of course, its remote unit is the Digital Command Center. To accommodate other components, it has a 10-jack monitor panel with 2 video inputs and 2 sets of stereo audio inputs, as well as the audio to hi-fi jacks that are controllable with the receiver's volume control, and a pair of TV audio outputs, thus making it easy to interconnect multiple components. There's a step up to the FLR 262223. Again, a ColorTrack 2000 featured 26-inch receiver, but this time with full 25 jack monitor capability. This model is available either in an oak finish or in the new Digital Command Center Racing Stripe Ebony finish to match the audio components. Both of these models have been specifically designed for use with the Digital Command Center audio components to build an extremely versatile audio-video system. A system's customer generally starts with his choice of a television receiver or monitor and then selects a VCR. And with Digital Command Center compatible RCA VCRs, he again has an excellent choice. A good choice, for example, would be the VLT 625HF table model, introduced this past May. A front-loading 4-video head, 2-audio head model with VHS hi-fi, with special effects in both SP and SLP. Or he can step up to RCA's new VLT 650HF, with 5 video heads for field still special effects. The 650 is an 8-event, 1-year programmable VCR with programming information displayed on the television screen to simplify the programming process. And programming commands can be entered remotely via the Digital Command Center remote control. This exceptionally versatile VCR also features RCA's new automatic tracking to automatically correct for tracking variances between tapes. And add to that the step-up features of sound-on-sound and audio dub for expanded audio capability. And don't forget that HF stands for VHS Hi-Fi, a very important feature for customers considering an audio-video system. With the advent of broadcast stereo, music videos, and music-only video cassette recording, VHS Hi-Fi opens a whole new dimension in home entertainment. If the customer is interested in portability, he can choose the convertible VLP 950HF with all of the features of the VLT 650HF, but with the added capability of battery-powered in-the-field recording. The 950 also offers slow motion and double-speed special effects playback in both SP and SLP, and with 5 video head performance. Like the 650 table model, the 950 has a stereo adapter jack to permit updating for stereo broadcast reception with the addition of a BSA 010 stereo decoder. But the customer can also step up to RCA's VLP 970HF with BTSC broadcast stereo reception capability already built in, and with the expanded cable tuning capability of up to 63 cable channels in the United States or 58 cable channels in Canada, 26 more than with previous models. These, then, are the television monitor receivers and VCRs which make up the heart of a home audio-video system. They're almost Demensia in terms of features and performance. They're all compatible with the single unified Digital Command Center remote control. And they're price pointed to appeal to those customers who want just a little less of an investment in their system. But system today means more than video. It means quality audio performance from a group of integrated audio components. And it's here that we've positioned our new grouping of Digital Command audio components. Before we look at these products individually, let's first discuss concept. To provide interactivity and control between the various components in a digital command system and response to a single unified remote, a microcomputer intelligence system is built into the digital command audio amplifier, in this case, an integrated AM/FM receiver amplifier. Now, as you know, having its own built-in amplifier is the reason we call it a receiver rather than a tuner. The receiver comes with its own digital command center remote control, and all remote commands to individual audio components are detected by the receiver and passed on to these other components through these hardwire control line interconnectors. The cabling used is exactly the same as that used for RCA's Dimensia system, with a control line and the audio lines in a system link configuration. But unlike Demensia, the digital command microcomputer does not generate the on-screen graphic prompts which report status information from the various components. In a typical digital command system, the IR code sent from the remote hand unit to the television receiver to turn it on is also detected by the audio receiver. Powering it up and selecting the television audio inputs from the video monitor outputs to reproduce television audio. But let's say that the customer is interested in an audio-only system. With digital command components and the remote unit that comes with the audio receiver, he can develop a complete remote-controlled audio system of compatible RCA audio products. And here's how that remote control compatibility is accomplished. As you'll recall, the remote unit has individual control buttons for each type of component in the system, the television, the VCR, or any of the audio components, so that the operator can address the exact component he wishes to operate. As an illustration, let's say that he wishes to operate the cassette deck, so he'll press the tape button. Since the audio receiver contains both the remote control detector and the microcomputer, it intercepts and processes the command information, let's say to turn on and play, and passes that command directly to the tape deck through the hardwire control line, thus turning on the deck and placing it in play mode. At the same time, the receiver's microcomputer activates its amplifier inputs to receive and reproduce audio from the tape deck. This same system of interactive communication works with all digital command components except between the audio receiver and the television set. Since there is no hardwire control connection, the audio receiver simply receives and interprets the TV's on command and selects its proper TV audio inputs. These new components have been designed specifically to support our video lines, and they offer a powerful buying motive regardless of the type or sophistication of the system the customer is planning. Now, with that basic background, let's take a closer look at these new products. This is the MSR 140 AM/FM receiver, a 50-watt per channel integrated tuner amplifier combination which can be used by itself or with all of the other components. This quartz crystal tuning model has 16 AM/FM presets, electronic function controls, speaker switching selectors for 2 pairs of speakers, a 5-band built-in graphic equalizer, and an unswitched AC outlet to provide AC power to another component. And keep in mind that the MSR 140 contains a remote control detector plus the intelligent circuitry to pass remote control commands to other components in the system. The MTT 131 turntable features a linear tracking tone arm to minimize distortion and a quartz crystal controlled direct drive turntable motor for excellent rotational speed accuracy that virtually eliminates frequency variation due to inaccurate turntable speeds. The turntable's automatic size selection feature eliminates manual size selection of 33 or 45 RPM records, and its repeat function provides repeated playback. And there's even a pause control to allow for momentary interruptions. In every respect, it offers quality performance at a very attractive price point and with specifications that rival many higher-priced competitors. The MTR 115 audio cassette deck, like all of these new audio components, can be operated by the digital command center working through the AM/FM receiver. Included in its feature package are Dolby B and C noise reduction circuits to reduce audio background noise and hiss, a tape bias selector switch, allowing compatibility with several tape types, including metal particle tapes, soft touch electronic controls for easy function selection, and an 8-segment LED level indicator. This digital command audio group also includes a compact audio disc player, the MCD-141, to provide the highest audio fidelity reproduction possible with today's recording technology. For user convenience, it features remote-controlled random access programming, allowing playback of programmed tracks in any sequence, program repeat, allowing a selected track to be played back repeatedly as often as the operator desires, plus next or previous track accessibility, permitting the operator to skip forward or back to adjacent programmed tracks. Many of these are features which have been previously found only in RCA's Dimensia compact disc players. The specifications for this compact disc player prove its performance, with a signal-to-noise ratio and dynamic range both carrying a 90 dB specification. Of course, no audio component can deliver its full potential without a good set of speakers. And with digital command, the customer has a choice of speakers to match the type of system he's planning. Speakers are an extremely important component in a quality audio system, perhaps the most important, since they actually reproduce the sound. It's important, therefore, that salespeople take the extra time necessary to explain the benefits of high-performance RCA speakers. To handle the increased dynamic range of compact audio discs and VHS hi-fi, we are now introducing 2 new speaker pairs, the SPK 125 bookcase-size speakers with sound performance that belies their physical size. For larger systems, the customer may wish to step up to the SPK 380s, a pair of 120-watt maximum input speakers with a sensitivity rating of 90 dB for very efficient coverage. A high sensitivity rating of 90 dB means that the speaker system delivers much more actual sound for a given amount of input power. Now, some competitive speakers may have higher input power ratings but a lower sensitivity rating, meaning they're not as efficient. These new speaker systems also offer polypropylene low-mass speaker cones, which are very soft and pliable, yet very rigid, allowing them to respond quickly and accurately to power amplification with a minimum of distortion, particularly at low frequencies. And soft cloth dome tweeters, coupled with mid-range drivers, provide wide-angle sound dispersion with an improved stereo image capability for natural, lifelike high-frequency sound. One more important point about speakers. Our SPK 380s are shielded to prevent magnetic interference with the video monitor or other audio components. Now, that's not to say that you should butt them up against the TV or set other components on them, but it's not necessary to leave as much space between the speakers and other components as was necessary with unshielded speakers. These are the products that comprise the digital command audio line: the AM/FM receiver with its built-in power amplifier and the system intelligence to pass remote control to other components through its system link interconnection cabling. And remember that the receiver comes with its own digital command center. The linear turntable, the audio cassette deck, the compact disc player, and the 2 types of speaker pairs complete the line and offer a tremendous opportunity for customers to mix and match to create exactly the type of home entertainment system they prefer. Audio is a decidedly strong support factor for video, and soon customers will be inundated with various brands of audio-video systems. Some will offer product features that are similar in function and performance to that of RCA. But there are differences which you can point out to keep your customer focused on RCA brands and on RCA's digital command components in particular. There's compatibility, a whole group of audio and video products that respond to a single unified remote control. There's flexibility, allowing the customer to purchase a video system, an audio system, or any combination of them to create the system that meets his needs now. And he can add to any digital command system in the future, knowing that whichever digital command product he buys will be compatible. And for ease of interconnection, What could be simpler than a standard IR remote control code to turn on all of the audio-video components, and a daisy chain system of interconnection that passed control and audio in both directions. There are other audio-video systems on the market, but nobody offers the compatibility, the flexibility, and the ease of interconnection that's available in every RCA Digital Command Components product. Today, almost everyone is a prospect for a home audio-video system with the availability of cable and purchase video programming, a strong emphasis on audio reproduction brought about by broadcast stereo and music videos, and a growing demand for remote control. It's not too difficult to find that customer's hot button once you've given him the chance to consider and compare the potentials offered by these new products. Usually, a few direct questions open the door to system selling. What does the family prefer in home entertainment? TV specials, sports, music videos, movies? Do they have cable TV, a VCR, an audio system, audio cassette players in their cars? Do they record off the air, rent or purchase video programs, own a record collection or audio tapes? How is their current system or group of audio and video products positioned? Are they used separately? Are they interconnected? Are they currently getting the benefit of broadcast stereo or playback stereo from purchased or rented video or audio tapes? With a few answers to these questions, it's fairly easy to build a picture of the type of system best suited to a particular customer. And here are some of the types of systems RCA recommends. If the customer is interested in replacing his old TV, why not show him the advantages of choosing the FLR 2523 with 10-plug monitor capability that will allow him to add a digital command center compatible VCR like the VLT 625 and the MSR 140 AM/FM receiver and a pair of SPK 125 speakers. He can purchase them all now or add these components one at a time as he wants. And he will have built a very inexpensive and yet highly flexible audio-video system. Of course, if he already has some audio components, he can use them until they need replacement, and then add the RCA digital command units and have the benefit of remote control of a complete system. But what about the customer who's interested in a bit more sophistication, or perhaps a more elaborate system? With digital command, he can have it all. Let's say he starts with a video monitor, like the FLR 2623 and the 5-head VLT 650 VCR. Couple them with the MSR 140 AM/FM receiver and a pair of SPK 380 speakers, and he's got the basis for an audio-video home entertainment system that is exceptional in terms of quality and performance. And he can add the turntable, audio cassette deck, and compact disc player at any time. To make it easy for retailers to sell these systems concepts, RCA will be providing merchandising programs for mini systems like this to interest single product customers to come back again and again to purchase additional audio products for their home entertainment systems. But what about the customer who wants to keep his current television set? Even if it's an RF-only model, can he get in on the video revolution without buying a new TV? Certainly. And here's what RCA recommends. Ask him to consider the purchase of a VLT 650 HF table model VCR, an MSR 140 AM/FM receiver, and a pair of SPK 125 speakers. He can connect the VCR to the TV via RF, either through the F connector or through the older type antenna terminals. Set the TV to either 3 or 4 to receive broadcast signals from the VCR, and turn down the volume on the television. Since the digital command remote hand unit comes with the AM/FM receiver, he can use it to turn on both the audio receiver and the VCR, change channels on the VCR, and of course control the volume from the audio receiver, and have excellent television sound reproduction through the SPK 125 speakers. It's a very easy and inexpensive method of joining the video revolution, without stepping up to a new TV until he's ready. And incidentally, the digital command point of purchase display will carry a full listing of the RCA audio and video components that are compatible and those which may require a minor adaptation to be used in a functional digital command audio system. It's a concept of total flexibility, one that customers can recognize and appreciate, and one that makes a great deal of sense on the sales floor. And don't forget that while these new digital command center audio products were designed to support RCA's video line, they are a total audio system in themselves. The digital command remote control comes with the MSR 140 receiver, and many audiophiles will find this to be a high-quality, high-performance, and highly competitive audio system. Of course, the key to any successful selling situation is in demonstration, both in the way the products are displayed and their performance. On the showroom floor, a full systems display like this accomplishes two goals. With audio and video products displayed in a system like this, it supports all of the other RCA products displayed on the showroom floor, plus it provides an exceptional way to demonstrate unified remote control in an audio-video systems situation. The whole secret to good demonstration is right here in the Digital Command Center remote control. Just press the button marked TV and watch the customer's response when he sees and hears how good television can be with a complementary audio system. And then let him control the functions of each of the components from a single remote control. And then let him compare RCA's digital command audio-video system to competitive brands. You know he'll come back to RCA. Nothing takes the place of an actual demonstration, and it's time now for you to see and hear the digital command components at work. After the demonstration, we'll have a brief quiz on the digital command product line, and then we'll continue with our next new product introduction. Now that you've seen the compatibility, the flexibility, and the ease of operation built into RCA's line of digital command products, you might well wonder what could be better, what could offer more customer convenience, and what features and benefits could make a home audio and video system worth more. The simple answer to those questions is RCA's Dimensia, a line of audio and video products that not only offers more in terms of customer convenience and features, but earns its value through performance. Demensia, from the very beginning, has been an integrated audio-video system, one with the built-in microcomputer intelligence, component interactivity, and the ease of customer operation to earn its reputation as the system in the marketplace. Is Demensia a step up from digital command? Well, consider these features. Demensia is a single remote control system like digital command, but this time with microcomputer intelligence and control built into the video monitor. Unlike digital command, Demensia offers a full array of on-screen visual prompts and on-screen status displays from each component, along with a better switching system that allows for simultaneous operation of several components at any time. The Demensia video monitor has RGB inputs for compatible home computers, 3 RF inputs, plus on-screen displays for all major system components, not to mention an electronic owner's manual that visually assists the customer in interconnecting and operating each component in the system. The Demensia table model VCR features frequency synthesis tuning, any source recording, and a full complement of special effects including reverse play and simple system link hookup. And every component in the Demensia line of products has similar selective step-up features reserved for Demensia. The integrated amplifier, for example, is a 100 watt per channel model with preamp to power amp bridging and switched AC outlets for incorporation of added components such as the MGE160 graphic equalizer. The audio cassette deck offers continuous playback, scan and play, auto tape queuing, and is programmable. But of primary importance to the customer is the fact that Dimensia is an ongoing system with planned compatibility that will permit the addition of new products and new capabilities for years to come. You'll see evidence of that as we begin to look at the new Dimensia products we're just now adding to the Dimensia line. Dimensia started as a full audio-video system. In May, we added the MSA 200 integrated amplifier and the MGE 160 graphic equalizer, as well as a 40-inch Dimensia projection TV. And now, we're adding additional models for even more customer convenience. Here, for example, is the MTT 135 turntable. The MTT 135, like our earlier Dimensia model, features a linear tracking tone arm to keep the stylus tangent to the record groove during playback, thus minimizing distortion. The direct drive turntable motor is quartz controlled for precise speed accuracy to virtually eliminate wow and flutter. And automatic size selection eliminates the need for manually adjusting the turntable for the size of the record selected for playback. But here's a new customer convenience feature, and one that comes in very handy in rack-mounted systems. Just press this button, marked Open Close, and the entire turntable platform drawer slides forward to accept the record, just like the power-assisted drawer on our Dimensia compact disc player. Place the record on the platter, press the button again, and the drawer closes. Very handy. And it means you can place the turntable in any position in the rack and have no trouble loading or unloading the records. And keep in mind that the MTT 135 has all of the Dimensia remote control and on-screen prompt features. In addition to the repeat function that allows you to repeat playback of any band on the record as often as you like, the MTT 135 also has programmable band selection. Once you've loaded a multiple band record onto the turntable, you simply press Program on the remote hand unit. The tone arm automatically moves across the record, counting the number of bands on that side of the record. It does so by counting light reflections from those areas of the record that don't contain many grooves, the areas between the bands. You can then program the turntable for the bands you wish to hear, in the order in which you wish to hear them. In performance, in audio specifications, and particularly in customer convenience, the MTT 135 is a turntable we're proud to add to the Dimensia line. And it's an easy-to-demonstrate model that every Dimensia dealer should have on his showroom floor. As you know, our original Dimensia system included an integrated amplifier and an AM/FM tuner. But some customers prefer to have the tuner and the amplifier in a single component, say to replace their existing AM/FM receiver. It's for that reason we are adding the MSR 150 receiver to the Dimensia line. The MSR 150 is a 50-watt per channel receiver with a list of features similar to that found in our previous tuner and amplifier components. For example, there are 16 AM/FM tuning presets to allow the customer to program his favorite stations into the tuner memory for push-button station selection. There's loudness compensation to keep treble and bass frequencies balanced even during periods of low-volume sound reproduction. There's speaker switching to allow the customer choice of the pair of speakers he wishes to listen to. And even a subsonic filter for virtual elimination of low-frequency rumble caused by warped records. And here's an added feature which enhances the flexibility of this unit: a 5-band graphic equalizer to allow the customer to tailor the audio to his personal preference. He can adjust the frequency response of 5 different frequency ranges, increasing or decreasing the response as he chooses. A couple of additional visual features also attract the attention of audiophiles. A spectrum analyzer, which graphically represents the look of the audio being reproduced, giving the operator instantaneous visual feedback of the frequency range of the audio information he's hearing, and giving him the ability to precisely control the audio's tonal range. And there's a visual power meter display, which visually indicates the amount of power being produced by the integrated amplifier. thus assisting the operator in adjusting the loudness control for various selections. There's also an unswitched AC outlet on the back of the receiver to make power interconnection of additional components much simpler. The MSR 150, a high-quality AM/FM receiver with its own built-in 50-watt per channel amplifier. It's a welcome addition to RCA's audio line, and it's equally at home in a Dimensia system or as a standalone AM/FM receiver in a customer's home audio system. Our third new Dimensia product is the MVR 975HF, a fully featured VCR. The 975 has almost all of the features of our VLT 700 table model, plus a whole lot more. First, and most important, it's a convertible, our first Dimensia convertible. This front-loading VCR has 5 video heads for field still special effects, combined with high-quality SP record and playback. It has VHS Hi-Fi for audio quality that far surpasses conventional VCRs and most conventional audio equipment. Consider, for example, that the tape in an audio cassette moves past the audio head at a rate of 1 7/8 inches per second. In a consumer reel-to-reel system, the tape travels at up to 15 inches per second or up to 30 or 60 inches per second in high-quality commercial reel-to-reel recordings. In a VHS Hi-Fi system, the head-to-tape speed is over 200 inches per second. Since a higher rate of head-to-tape speed has a decided impact on audio quality responses, it's easy to see that the VHS Hi-Fi system offers not only the potential, but the reality of exceptional audio reproduction. VHS Hi-Fi is more than an improved VCR audio system. It is truly a step up, not only for television sound reproduction, but for audio-only recording. The MVR 975 has multi-band cable tuning to accommodate the fast-growing cable industry. And in keeping with Dimensia's interactive component capability, it has on-screen prompts to assist the user in function operation. And its 8-event, 1-year programmability provides almost unlimited programming flexibility. And unlike models which require a special adapter, the MVR 975 has built-in BTSC stereo capability for immediate reception of broadcast stereo. For added recording and playback convenience, the 975 has RCA's new XPR Express Record to provide start-stop recording for up to 4 hours while eliminating numerous programming steps. And RCA's new auto tracking feature provides electronic tracking to correct for variances between tapes. All of these new features make the MVR 975HF a real step up for the system's customer who wants to add convertibility to an already comprehensive and competitive audio-video system. As we've mentioned, the upcoming marketing season will see a tremendous number of quote-unquote audio-video systems being introduced to the buying public. Some are simply called systems and consist of only 2 or 3 products. Others are indeed systems with a common remote and some type of interconnection. But no manufacturer, offshore or domestic, offers a system as complete or as versatile as RCA's Dimensia. Only Dimensia offers all of these. A single, unified remote control to activate the primary functions of all of its components, and to do so with the convenience of on-screen visual prompts. A highly simplified system link method of interconnecting and controlling all of the audio and video devices in the system. And the interactivity and simultaneous operation of multiple components. Dimensia is designed ongoing system capable of accepting new products as they are developed and giving the customer the opportunity to continuously build his system and to grow with the technology without having to worry about operational obsolescence. You see, the Dimensia Digital Command Center is capable of transmitting 4,096 different command functions, only a fraction of which are now being used. Dimensia and our new Digital Command Audio Components Group are each designed as integrated systems, And while there is some interchangeability between them, it's best to think of them and demonstrate them as separate groups. The Digital Command Center products are an integrated family of audio components. They are compatible with a single remote. They have simple interconnection, and the entire system is extremely flexible in terms of the size and the complexity of the system the customer wants to build. And each of them is available at very reasonable and very competitive price points. So with all of this to offer, how do you sell customers up to Demensia? Obviously, customer qualification is the first step, finding out their interests. If they're high on performance, demonstrate Dimensia's 100-watt amplifier, graphic equalizer, and speaker system. If they're looking for convenience, let them load a compact audio disc or LP record with the power-assisted turntable drawers. Or demonstrate the tape deck's both sides and continuous play modes, where they can play both sides of the cassette without turning it over. Or for that matter, let them press the remote control VCR button and watch as the VCR, the monitor, and the amplifier all turn off and on at once with Dimensia's built-in intelligence. And if they're a bit intimidated by all of this leading-edge technology, let them see how easy it is to operate any component with the help of on-screen visual prompts. The prime buying motivator for Demensia is personal involvement. Once they understand what they can do with Demensia in this compact remote control, they'll be hard-pressed to settle for anything less. To assure that all of your questions have been answered, we're going to stop here for a brief quiz on these new Demensia products. Right now, some 12 to 15 million customers in the United States currently own a VCR, the majority of them table models. A great many of these VCR owners are just now coming around to the idea of making their own video programs with a video camera. And so are millions of home movie buffs who are now considering updating their Super 8mm movie cameras and projectors to a home video system. It's that potential market that makes the introduction of RCA's new CLR 200 camcorder so important. If you were one of these table model VCR owners, imagine how excited you'd be to find a video camera with its own built-in VHS recorder, one that uses the same full-size video cassette you use in your table model VCR, and one that gives you both in-the-field recording and a second VCR for dubbing and editing your home videos. Or if you were an 8mm movie buff, used to taking a small film camera with you on vacation or to the kids' ball game, the camcorder is precisely the home video product you've been waiting for. There's no film processing, no projector to set up, just shoot it and play it back. With a maturing market for home video products, the time is now right for the introduction of a portable, single-piece recording system. With the camcorder, we're not just trying to create a new market or one that could take away from our convertible sales. We're aiming directly at an existing market potential. Those existing table model VCR and 8mm film prospects provide a tremendous opportunity. Now, certainly, there is a new market for our Pro Wonder camcorder, and once you've seen what it has to offer, you'll see why. The CLR 200 camcorder is a video camera and a portable battery-powered VCR in a single, easy-to-operate, lightweight unit. The camera itself has most of the features offered on our best camera products: autofocus, automatic white balance, an electronic zoom lens, a 1-hour or optional 2-hour battery pack, and an electronic viewfinder. The camcorder is also a full-size VHS cassette recorder and uses full-sized VHS cassettes, allowing immediate compatibility with any other VHS VCR. It has SP record playback capability for optimum performance, provides playback viewing through the camera's viewfinder, and has controls for its basic functions built into the camcorder's body. It even has an audio-video output to permit playback from the camcorder's VCR directly to a television monitor or to another VCR. For you to appreciate the human engineering and simplicity of operation the camcorder has to offer, let me just run through a brief demonstration. First of all, powering the camcorder is truly international in design. It will operate on standard 120 volt 60 hertz AC house power, or with a plug adapter from the 230 volt 50 hertz AC used in many foreign countries, or it will operate from a battery, or from 12 volt DC power like the cigarette lighter in your car. The camera automatically recognizes its power source and operates equally as well on any of them. The DC input is here on the back of the camera. If the customer wants to use his car's cigarette lighter for power, he'd plug the optional DC cable here. For battery-powered location recording, the battery slips onto the back of the camera like this, and it's ready for up to an hour of recording. For AC-powered recording, the AC adapter charger slips on the back of the camera in the same manner. There's a slot here for attaching the battery for charging. And of course, both the battery and the adapter charger run both the camera and the VCR. For now, we'll just use the battery. Here on the side of the camera are the operating controls. There's a choice of automatic or manual focusing. We'll place the switch in the auto position to keep the camera in focus while we're using it. And here is the white balance control. It can be adjusted manually if required to compensate for unusual lighting conditions, or it can be set in the auto mode, and the camera will continuously adjust the white balance automatically. You'll note there are also a number of settings for manual operation, each inscribed with an international sign for cloudy, bright sun, or other conditions. The standby switch is here to place the camera in standby mode, and next to it is the high gain switch, allowing the user to select either normal for good light conditions or gain up for shooting in low light situations. And here's a 3-light battery indicator, letting the user know when the battery is fully charged, when there's just half remaining, or when he has just 5 minutes of battery charge left. A very handy feature when you're recording in the field. The microphone is here, and to attach an extension microphone, just unscrew the mic head and plug the extension mic here in the input. The electronic viewfinder in RCA's camcorder offers several advantages over competition. Unlike some competitive through-the-lens models, which show the operator only what the lens is seeing, or optical viewfinders, which don't have playback capability, RCA's electronic viewfinder shows the operator what the VCR is actually recording. An electronic viewfinder also allows the operator to review what's been recorded. Here on the side of the camera is a button labeled Review. After recording a scene, press this button, activating the recorder to play back the last few seconds of the scene just recorded. Or he can press Rewind here on the top of the camera and then press Play to play back all of the recorded program. And down here is an 8-pin connector, which serves as an audio-video output to a television monitor or a second VCR. Just attach this second cable that comes as standard equipment with the camcorder and attach the other end to a monitor or another VCR. In that way, the camcorder serves as both a recording device and a playback unit. And incidentally, with an optional adapter, the owner can record on the camcorder from other sources, a video monitor or another VCR. The VCR controls are located on the top of the camcorder: stop, play, fast forward, rewind, pause still, and eject, as well as the power button. When used together, the play and the fast forward, or the play and the rewind buttons, provide visual search operation. And here is a sliding switch labeled Playback and Camera, which functionally disconnects the camera when the camcorder is to be used as a separate record playback component. Before loading the VCR, place the switch in the playback position, press eject, and load the cassette. Notice too that when the camcorder is in the shooting position, The cassette basket opens away from the operator, not toward the operator's face like in some competitive models. Then placing the playback camera switch in the camera position, turns the VCR component on, loads the tape around the VCR head wheel, and places the VCR in pause. Now the camcorder is ready for operation. The record pause control is thumb operated and located right here on the hand grip, and the zoom lens control is just above for easy access during recording. And notice this, these soft friction pads here and on the bottom of the camera keep the camcorder from sliding on your shoulder during operation. As you can see from this brief orientation, the Pro Wonder camcorder has been designed specifically to place everything the operator needs at his fingertips. To do all of that and to provide full-sized VHS compatibility in a miniaturized format is due largely to some sophisticated engineering. And here's how it's been accomplished. To minimize space requirements, the VCR's head wheel has been reduced in size and retooled to accommodate 4 video heads. Through a complicated system of head switching, these 4 video heads duplicate standard 2-head video performance. In addition, the circuitry required for LP and SLP modes has been eliminated, allowing the camcorder to operate only in the SP mode, thus allowing optimum recording quality. It means, simply, that the camcorder is compatible with all VHS machines without requiring the snap-on adapters or miniaturized video cassettes required for some competitive models. And even though it's small in size, the camcorder owner isn't limited in terms of what he can do with his new camera recorder. Consider these optional accessories that can turn his camcorder into a video recording system, like this audio-video input adapter that allows the user to record programs on his camcorder from other sources, such as a TV or another VCR. Or the optional character generator that allows the operator to store up to 20 graphic titles. The generator can also produce wipes, scrolls, time-lapse, curtains, and windows, all the types of special video effects that can turn his home movies into Hollywood extravaganzas. In optional accessories, there's also a long play battery for up to 2 hours of recording, a record start-stop remote switch for remote control of the VCR, a special RF adapter which can be connected to the standard audio-video output cable to allow playback from the camcorder through an RF-only television receiver. There's a lens filter kit, a wireless microphone, a wide-angle lens adapter, a lens extender for telephoto recording, and even a film slide adapter device to allow the user to transfer his motion pictures and 35mm slides to videotape. And, of course, a choice of either a soft or hardcover carrying case with room for the camcorder and all of the accessories. It's a very comprehensive group of accessories and an exciting new product, wouldn't you say? And one that deserves a special place on the showroom floor. Well, yes and no. With a new product like this, it's tempting to set it apart from other video products. But the Pro Wonder invites comparison, not only with our 2-piece portables, but with competitive single-unit brands. So give it a prominent place in your regular video display and build your sales presentation to the customer's reaction. As we've mentioned, the market for video products has broadened tremendously, from the relatively small group of videophiles to a solid, mature market of families who want home entertainment devices. The camcorder concept appeals to those younger couples, the baby boomers and the yuppies, who have already purchased a VCR but have delayed purchase of a camera, either for reasons of expense or what they feared was the complication of a 2-piece system. And don't forget those Super 8 families, to whom the 1-piece camcorder concept is the product they have been waiting for. So let them inspect and compare and ask questions. What would you like to do with a video camera? What video equipment do you currently own? What experiences have you had with still photography, with Super 8 film, with video cameras? And what are the things you've liked about each of them? Their responses to these types of questions can help identify their wants and needs and help qualify them for the type of video system that will be most satisfactory in the long run. Both one-piece and two-piece video systems have their advantages. Generally, a two-piece system is more versatile, will have more features and playback capabilities, and a convertible VCR camera package might even be a bit less expensive in the long run when compared to a camcorder and table model VCR system. The convertible is for the customer who does not own a VCR but wants a full-featured flexible video system to which he can later add a video camera. Camcorders, on the other hand, are extremely easy to operate, are user-friendly, and are the obvious answer for those who want the compatibility of battery-powered on-location recording coupled with the simplicity of a single-unit system. The camcorder is most attractive to those customers who already own a table model VCR and are looking to step up to highly simplified portability. So don't sell either system short. Concentrate on the customer's needs. Help him determine which type of system will accomplish his goals, and sell him the system that will give him the most benefit. The camcorder is a one-piece camera VCR product, but in terms of product benefits, keep these features in mind. The camera component is very similar to our CLC 025 with a half-inch Satacon tube for excellent low-light video reproduction. It has a single-speed 6:1 power zoom lens for wide-angle to telephoto coverage, an automatic iris control which electronically adjusts the iris for existing light conditions, an automatic white balance system to continuously adjust camera white balance during recording, and with a manual override to accommodate unusual conditions. A choice of power systems, either AC house power, or a 1-hour slip-on battery, or DC power from an auto cigarette lighter. And don't forget, the camcorder is also compatible with 230-volt, 50 Hz AC power used in many foreign countries. All that's needed is a plug adapter. There's a built-in microphone with accommodations for an extension or wireless microphone, and an electronic viewfinder to let the operator see exactly what's being recorded and to act as a playback display for the VCR. The VCR component uses a full-size VHS cassette for immediate compatibility with any VHS VCR, with a smaller four-head video head wheel operating at a faster speed to provide standard 2-video head performance. The VCR operates an SP speed for optimum quality recording and playback. And there are outputs for feeding the audio-video signal directly from the camcorder to a video monitor or a second VCR, as well as inputs for feeding an NTSC baseband signal from a video monitor or VCR to the camcorder to allow the Pro Wonder to perform as a table model VCR. And in addition to its Through the Viewfinder review capability, the camcorder's deck has all of the primary VCR functions, including visual search. RCA's Pro Wonder camcorder is a special product designed for a special niche in the market. It uses a full-size VHS cassette with none of the small format cassette limitations or incompatibility problems associated with many competitive brands. It's a highly simplified portable video camera and VCR for location recording, but it's also a playback VCR for all VHS cassettes. And it's positioned to appeal to those 12 to 15 million families who currently own a VCR and have been looking to add a video camera and have been waiting for a simple one-piece portable camera VCR. The RCA Pro Wonder Camcorder, the latest video product from the most successful audio-video product line in America, the products from RCA. We're going to stop here for a hands-on session to let you try the camcorder for yourself. When you finish the exercises, we'll continue with a brief quiz on camcorder features and benefits.